Do you ever wonder what happens behind the scenes when you call in a pothole or call in to report another issue? Today, Scott Moulder talks about the process of how the city handles concerns and complaints from residents. Well, with so many things going well and going right, I know this kind of stuff happens. So say a resident, they have a complaint, whether it's a pothole on one of our downtown streets, a tree fell down, or something even more serious. What's the process behind the scenes? What happens from when they give you a call or shoot you a message?
The first thing is you want them to know that their problem is important. Whether it is just a single pothole, or if it's a bank that's eroding next to their property, whatever it is, the most important thing is that their problem or their concern or their issue or their complaint is the most important thing we're dealing with right now. It doesn't matter if I have a project meeting in 2 hours or an hour. That's forgotten.
Yeah.
We focus in on the citizenry because that's who we're here to serve.
That's right.
Those citizens are who we're here to serve. And when you get into public service, you better be ready because it's critical.
Yeah.
You serve the public. And so the first thing we do is listen. Listen. You have to understand what we're dealing with here before you can even fix it. And sometimes they don't want to fix.
Yeah.
They just want to be heard. They want to know they're important. They want to know that you'll listen to them. And sometimes they just need somebody to hear them. But most of the time there's a real issue that needs to be resolved. First thing we do is we listen, and then we evaluate it to make sure that it's our problem. So a lot of times, a lot of people don't understand that 98% of the roads in this city are owned by the State Department of Transportation. It's not owned by the city, but people think they're city roads because they're in the city. So if it's a pothole on a road, first thing we got to decide, is that our road or is that the state's road? If it's our road, then we notify them that, hey, this is our issue, and we'll see what we can do to get it addressed. So we immediately contact the department head who's responsible for it, and we look at what we can do to fix whatever problem it is, and then we make sure we communicate back to the citizen, the resident, about progress, and then when it's completed. If it's something that is not our issue, if it's not something that we can resolve or have the jurisdiction to resolve, we don't just tell them, sorry, it's not our problem.
Right.
Good luck. We find a way to still get it done. We make phone calls and we notify the jurisdiction of record over that particular issue, and we do our part to help them resolve that problem. We've even paved some potholes on state roads just to solve the problem. We know the state's busy.
Yeah.
We may be a drainage issue on a private property, but we can still make some adjustments to our discharge point to make it better. It may be a complaint on an employee at the rec department or on a coach at the rec department. Those have to be taken seriously.
Sure.
And we address it and we make sure we communicate back with them. And, I'd like to think that everybody that brings an issue, not all of them are going to be happy with the resolution. Sometimes we can't fix that problem.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we do what we can. And I think most everybody that, the bulk of them are pleased with how we handled it. And just, recognizing that it's an important matter. You can't just dismiss it because you think it's not that big a deal. In their life, it is a big deal.
That's right.
They wouldn't be here if it wasn't. And we just try to, take care of them, make them happy. That's if they're happy, they vote happy. My mayor and council are happy.
That's good. It's great to know that the city takes complaints and concerns very seriously. If you found this helpful at all, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to stick around because in the next video, we're going to talk about where the city spends your tax dollars and exactly what that looks like.